thank you, Senator Marty, for bringing this proposal that, if adopted, would make our tax code more fair, more progressive, which is a goal in and of itself when I think about tax policy. But it also asks those who are doing very well in Minnesota to chip in a little more. For those who may still have needs that have been unmet. And when I think about the tax bill, I do think about the people in Minnesota who are going without, and our obligation to try and meet those needs. And I know we all have a different perspective on that, but that's my orientation. It's about Minnesotans, it's about the people, and doing all that we can do together so they can live the life of their choosing, so that they can thrive. The question has been asked over and over, or maybe it's not a question, but a statement. Now is not the time to raise taxes. And I have, served in public office for many years, and that question is an enduring question. When is the right time to raise taxes? And if I were, I would say I'm not going to put the question to Senator Nelson. When do you believe it is the right time to raise taxes? And instead, I'll answer that question for myself. I think it is the right time for us to raise taxes when there are Minnesotans that are living without shelter because they deserve a safe place to live. I think it is the right time to raise taxes when we know our schools are underfunded and our classrooms are bulging with students, which is the case right now for those who are in-person learning and when they go back to school. And for them to get the very best education, the ratio of student to teacher, teachers of color, full-service community schools are all the things that we know we can do if we have the revenue available to do it. When we have fully completed broadband across the state of Minnesota, then I can say, I think we've raised enough taxes, but we haven't done that. When people, regardless of who they are, whether they're black, brown, white, indigenous, regardless of where they live or what they earn, that they can get the child care that they need so they can go to work and their kids can be cared for safely at home. Or if you have a sick family member, you can care for them and keep your job. I think it's okay to say we don't need to raise taxes anymore when essential workers get the time off that they have so richly deserved. We haven't done that yet. I think we can say we've raised enough taxes when people who are hungry have enough to eat. I think we can say we've raised enough taxes when our young people can go to college in Minnesota and not incur lifelong debt. I think we can say we have raised enough taxes when people who are disabled don't have to spend down into poverty just to keep their health care. When we think about the people of Minnesota and the choices they confront, the work that we do in this body can make their lives easier. So today we're having a discussion about what is the right amount of taxes. I think we have to think about Minnesotans when we answer that question, not our politics, not our ideology, not whatever we think should be in the budget surplus and what's happening with federal dollars. Because we know inside the budget surplus that everybody keeps talking about that there is a very, very narrow ongoing budget surplus. And we know, because we are experts in state policy, that the choices that we make here are making life for Minnesotans harder. And we should be doing everything for them, including this fifth-tier income tax proposal that asks those at the very top to give a little more, so those who continue to struggle in Minnesota can have the life of their choosing. That should be our goal. And when we have reached that point, I think we can safely say we've raised the taxes we need to do the job for the people of Minnesota.